Once upon a time, in a forgotten village, lived a little girl with nothing left but a pair of old shoes. Her father's shoes. Her father had passed away too soon, leaving her with a memory she could touch but never hear again. Every time she stumbled, she whispered to herself, "Papa would have walked straight." She was mocked by others for her ragged clothes, but she never answered back. The shoes reminded her of dignity. Hunger was her companion, loneliness her shadow. Yet those shoes carried her forward. Years passed. The girl grew, but the shoes never left her side. When life pushed her down, the shoes whispered, "Stand tall." She worked in the fields during the day, studied by candlelight at night. Others gave up. She did not. Her dream was not wealth. Her dream was healing. At night, she would whisper to the shoes, "One day, Papa, I will wear them with pride." The shoes were far too big, yet she carried them everywhere, like a sacred treasure. At school, others laughed at her. "Old shoes for a poor orphan," they said. But she smiled, knowing they carried her father's steps. Each challenge was a mountain, but she climbed with invisible hands guiding her. When the exams came, she wrote with trembling hands, praying to her father's shoes for courage. She passed, not just passed, she was the best of her class. She knew then, Papa's shoes were not just leather, they were strength. Years flew by, and she was admitted into medical school. The nights grew harder, the books heavier, but the shoes always whispered, "Do not stop." Sometimes she cried alone, feeling the world was too heavy, but then she remembered her father's steps. She treated her first patient with trembling hands, but a steady heart. Her professors saw not just skill, but compassion, a fire that no hardship could extinguish. At her graduation, she wore the shoes, not to walk, but to honor her father. The crowd applauded, but she looked up at the sky, as if waiting for her father's smile. She became a doctor, healing not just wounds, but broken spirits. One evening, a small orphan boy entered her clinic, barefoot. He looked at her with the same eyes she once had, hungry, lost, but burning with silent hope. She smiled, recognizing her own past in him. Without a word, she went to her shelf and took down the old shoes. The boy's eyes widened as she knelt before him, placing the shoes in his hands. "These were my father's shoes," she whispered. "They carried me through life. Now they will carry you." The boy hugged the shoes as if they were the most precious treasure in the world. Tears streamed down his face, but for the first time, he smiled. In that moment, she saw her father again, not in the sky, but in the boy's eyes. The shoes had carried 2 lives now, and would carry many more. She realized her father's gift was never about leather and stitches, but about strength, love, and hope. The boy whispered, "I will walk straight like your papa." Her heart filled with peace. The shoes had found their new path. The village, once cruel, now whispered. The orphan girl became the healer of all. She knew then, legacy is not in riches, but in the steps we leave behind. Years later, she saw the boy again, grown, strong, and kind. He wore the same shoes, worn, but shining brighter than ever. "You saved me," he said. She smiled. "No, the shoes saved us both." The story of the shoes spread through generations, inspiring orphans to stand tall. And so, the lesson remained. Even when life breaks us, the steps of those who loved us can still guide us forward. Strength is not inherited, it is carried.